This is day 26 of building an AI company from scratch, and I'm the guy building it, and we're ready to kick off another great day of building. It's Saturday. I had lunch already, so I've been already up for a few hours while waiting for the camera to charge. And today will be mainly two things. Restructuring my personal stuff, meaning my diet, my workout plans. It's something that I've been kind of sleeping on for the last 2 months. I'm not that active during winter because I do calisthenics, so I like going out with freezing cold at the park. I don't really like that. So what I did was just running, jogging. That's how I kept myself kind of active. But when it comes to workouts, like weightlifting with my body weight in that case, haven't done that in a couple of months, like 2-3 months. But now it's spring, sun is shining. It's not like incredibly stupidly hot yet, so this is the perfect moment to resume my weekly workouts. So that's what I will do. I will pair that with the diet, which is something that I've been doing for about 4 to 5 years. Nothing like too crazy, but still keeping myself healthy with some small cuts, small bulks, nothing too heavy. Like I like to stay very lean. I don't want to take too much fat, but I don't want to even take too much muscle weight. So that's my preference. So I'll do that. It takes me like a couple hours usually to do that because I always want to change. I don't want to reuse the same diet I did like last year. I try to experiment with a few of those variations. So that's one. And number two will be work-related stuff. So I have updated the Discord today. You'll see it in the daily recap. But I've been working on making the community more interactive. I had a meeting with one of the guys, Keith. If you're watching this, yo man. But yeah, he lost his voice yesterday, so we couldn't do the meeting. We're gonna do it on Monday, which is perfect because it gives me time to prepare for like understanding the tech stack of the open source model we're gonna use. It's basically that virtual office environment we're gonna build on top of. It has almost nothing. It's very basic, very like even boring. We're gonna make it great. We're gonna make it our own. So I have to identify what I want MVP of that community office to look like, and then what other potential features we want to build in the future. With that being said, after that, I'll also work on some automations. I have prioritized my ideas and bookmarks yesterday after reviewing them, so I know what's kind of the hierarchy of my plan of action, what to do first, what to keep for later, based on high, low, medium priority. So I got the vision a bit clearer now. No more things distracting me when it comes to like holidays or in real life stuff for quite a few weeks, I would say. And that means heavy building. So, did some more community work. Noticed that there's probably the first Vibe Builders meetup between these two guys. They live close. They're both Indians, so quite an historic moment for the community, right? I'll keep you posted on how that goes. But yeah, again, we'll show you the exact structure of what I made in the Discord today in the daily recap. What I'm gonna work on next is this. I'm on my Fabric. I'm from my PC right now. And I also love that compared to Obsidian, where yes, you can have it on multiple devices, but that becomes paid at that point. While Fabric is hosted, and it's still pretty cheap. What's that? $6 per month. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep using it at least for another month. It's not that much, but that's not what I want to cover. Basically, these are the tags, and so I'm gonna select, let's say, the urgent priority ones, and I can see that I have 5 elements that I want to do urgently. So I'll go through them. I see there a couple of them are about content, so I already prepared a bit of content for the coming like week or 10 days. So that I wouldn't categorize that as the number one pick between the most urgent things. But I have these three here that are automations. Automations to solve something internally that maybe takes me even 10 minutes, but I can automate, or I got the idea to automate it, but I have to see if it's possible. So let's start with that one. I think I got it. And with that, I think I got it. Basically, I divided my AI automation journey, so like this whole thing and my external efforts scheme of things, specifically in my learning phase, it's this one. N8N and MCPs. Then there's vibe marketing, vibe coding, but I'm focusing on this to start with because I think this is needed in both of those two. So that's what I'm going to start from. And this is my plan of action to do that. 3 points. Number 1 is to understand the main components and logic. How do I do that? I do that by importing workflows and dissect or modify them. So rather than starting entirely from scratch when learning a new thing, I'm a very visual learner. So I've consuming a lot of videos. I know a lot of the theoretical side of N8N, how everything works, how to set it up, to host it. I already did that. What modules to include, what's the difference between a chain and an agent, the webhooks, the get, the post method for the webhooks, how to include the API into everything you do, and all of that. Like, I know it all, right? Theoretically. The way I absorb that information is by doing. But if I have to do by jumping straight to point number 2, which is build from scratch, there's some complexity added to that thing that I don't want to go through. I think the best way is instead importing those workflows and dissecting them. So that's how I can test a few things, which the red parts that you see here are the things that I basically are the keywords in a way, like the highlights of it. So where do I get those workflows? And I already have a few resources. And when I dissect and modify data, why am I doing that? Like, why is that module in that specific place? And why is it important for the whole workflow? So a lot of whys behind working with pre-existing things that you didn't make. Number 2 is the data structure. There's a lot of data involved with every node. So how is the scheme used, and how is the JSON used, and why are they different? Like, what's the importance of one over the other? And also, where is that data held? Vector databases, all those kind of things, like the memory that agents have is very crucial. Number 3, some evergreen components. That's stuff that it's basically always there. Agent node, trigger node, filter node, like all the optional ones. So like literally the backbone of the app itself, N8N itself, or an agentic framework. It has something that has to be there. Like, an agent cannot exist if you don't pair it with an LLM. That's a very basic concept, and that's why I put it as number 3, because those are things that you kind of learn very fast naturally, and you can't forget, basically. It's kind of like you can't forget how to read a book, because subconsciously your brain knows you have to open the book and read line by line. That's it. It's not something that you remind yourself to do. It's not a notion that you have to write down, like in my second brain. None of that. It's automatic. So that doesn't have a lot of priority and importance. But once all of this is done, and once I define those red things, then I can build from scratch. Because at that point, I know how to put pieces together, how to reverse engineer existing things, and so I know how to build my solution. And specifically, when I do that, I have to do 2 things, which is the backward logic. So I need to start a framework from the end rather than the beginning. That's a concept that I kind of learned from a few other developers, like agent builders. So I'll kind of put that into action. And then the step-by-step debug, which is just a technical detail of you don't test the whole thing once it's ready, you test step by step. So put a node, you test it. Second node, you test the second node independently, and then you test the whole workflow, meaning node 1 and 2. Third node, you test it independently, and then you test it 1, 2, 3 sequentially. So that's what this thing means, basically. And at the end of all of this, I can build with natural language. I don't want to start from that point directly. If you don't know, there's an extension called N8N Chat, or you can also ask to any of your LLMs, ChatGPT or whatever, to build an N8N workflow, and you just describe it, and they give you a JSON, because N8N works on JSON, so the whole workflow can be exported as a JSON, and you can, of course, also import JSONs that will build a workflow automatically. They will place it just visually. That's the visual interface is just a translation of the JSON, right? So in that case, you can technically already build everything. As long as you know the logic of it, you can make an LLM build it. The problem with that is if you stumble upon a bug, or if you want to change it, AI can hallucinate, and we know that. It's not entirely 100% accurate. Even 99% accuracy isn't 100%. So I'm not saying I'll get to that 100% autonomously, but at least I know even what to ask. Because at that point, I can structure the perfect prompt by implementing all those things in there and get the perfect result that I want, like exactly that result. So that's my plan, and the only next thing is like execution. So I'll get started with this, where to get existing workflows. I already have kind of a source, but I want to have more. I want to have more so that I can just keep following my plan. I think this will be not a sequential plan, like I have to do point 1, point 2, point 3. It's something that I can literally visualize every day, because right now it's in this corner of my whiteboard. It usually stays always the same. And I can visualize it and say, okay, for this type of complexity of an agent, I can get an existing one, dissect it, understand it, internalize it. I can build one from scratch that is very similar. And then I nailed, let's say, the Telegram type of agents that you can build. That's just an example. Of course, it's not too accurate, because Telegram is just a trigger, or you can perform certain actions with Telegram. It can be like starting point, end point, but everything in between is very varied. But that's not the point here. The point is that I'm going to use all of it to rinse and repeat. So I complete one thing that I kind of want to work on when it comes to an agent, not necessarily know everything about agents, then build from scratch, then build with natural language, and then you reach the mastery. No, I actually want to do kind of, I don't know, if I wake up and I feel like just building with natural language, I do that. And that will be enough when I do that, because I at least will have done a few of the other things before. So that's my master plan. And now let's execute it. Something crazy happened as I returned from my shower time. I got great news. And I think this makes all the difference in the world for my plan. As I was just explaining it to you earlier, I was talking about this part, but I said, this and this kind of require this, but which is still true, but something happened here. And I'll tell you again in the daily recap, which will be so rich. It's been like 2-3 days. The daily recap has been quite empty, but all at once things can change, like in this case. So I'll catch you guys in the daily recap. And there we go. If you don't know, the daily recap is divided into 3 parts. The first one is community feedback, where I basically interact with your comments on YouTube, questions on 3DMs on X or Instagram, and also questions in the Discord for the Vibe builders who are part of the community that have been selected by me. So if there's interesting questions that haven't been replied or that I want to chime in, I'll do that in this section. Second part is data track, where I see how much the situation changed from yesterday in terms of balance, followers, and progress. I also throw some networking in there, so you'll see that. And third part is strategy, where I think about what to do next, what I did today overall, some high-level thought process and plan of actions, stuff like that. So let's start with the community feedback. Noob Master says, yo, come to India, we'll definitely meet you and take you around. That's the goal, man. When I started traveling, I did that because I want to visit as much as possible, not because I just want to stay on a tropical island and die there. I want to experience a lot of the local cultures, some lesser known countries and cities. So yeah, I know I have a lot of Indian friends, and been networking a lot with Indians. So really curious to check you guys out. Mo says, definitely take the day off, but I guess the video is a day late and my content is more. It's Momo. I won't be publishing my videos here though. This is just my hobby channel. So yeah, Momo is part of the Discord, and yeah, so I kind of understood that it was you, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I took the day off. Not the day off. So this is day 26. Day 20 in day 24, I said that day 25 was gonna be kind of probably a day off, but it ended up being just like 6 hours off, something like that, in the evening. Ismail Galarza 2840 says, I don't know what algorithm autoplay brought me here, but what program is this? A Discord assistant? So probably here you are referring to the Discord, either the Discord bots, because it's been more than 10 days since this video. It's been 12 days. So here I started trying my dictation app, which is this. Very, easy. Hey, this is Dom, what's up? That's it. You probably haven't seen the UI of it because I'm just recording Arc browser right now. Yeah, so you're referring to that. That's just an overall assistant. I use that in Discord to write messages too, so that's probably one thing. The other thing is the Discord, actual Discord bots. So for moderation, for embed messages and that, or probably you're referring to this, which is a I have this chat for Discord only for helping me build the Discord and all of that, but that's not a Discord assistant. This is Dia. Dia is an AI native browser that has obviously AI built in its features, so it has AI everywhere. It knows the context of each tab, so that's why I'm using some Discord bots in here, and also basically calling them like this. So I can say mention this, or I can say mention a bookmark, and it has context of that website for everything I ask. So yeah, probably that's another thing that you might have been referring to. Simon, a few comments from Simon, since part of the Discord as well. Let's go, Dom. And a comment about Firebase that wasn't market ready, and I agree with that. I did this video here when it just launched, so I didn't really know how good it was. And thank you, Simon, for the contribution you are basically providing to the Discord server and the whole community. It really means a lot. When it comes to Discord, Momo asked what you guys think of the new one, right? So yeah, the hero section. So from idea to business planning, holy shit. Turn ideas into actions with concrete business strategies, not endless planning. What's the practical deliverable here? Instead here, idea, business plan, wait list. A lot better because I have something tangible, like I get a wait list. And the business plan and what makes the wait list makes sense in a way, right? Turn ideas into actions and waiting users with concrete business strategies, not endless planning. Yeah, I think it's a lot better. Keith here said the right is way better, as just a business plan isn't a real value add. Exactly. The instant waitlist creation is. I agree with that. This is the data track where we see how much the situation changed from yesterday in terms of balance, followers, and progress. Balance remained unchanged, still $756 spent in 26 days. Followers gained 12 on X, nothing on Instagram, 2 on YouTube, and 10 on TikTok for a total of 24. Progress, quite a lot of progress today, especially community-wise. I updated the networking hub with role-specific channels. So let me show you. I added 10 new channels to the networking hub, only accessible to the Vibe builders. If you want to get that role, basically you just have to write an introduction and you would be automatically assigned the Vibe builder role. But basically in this section over here was empty. I added the off topic where we can talk about everything, non-work related. Then channels for every role. So development, marketing, design, copywriting, all of that. That again, you can select here when you join. So you can see how many people we have for each role in here. And also you can put those roles to use by giving help or providing resources into each channel in the form of a thread. So this is how the whole thing would work. It's basically your playground. You can create a thread and ask help to developers that would come in and help you. Or if you are a developer, you can do just like Simon did. In this case, he's not a developer, but what we're organizing is development kind of oriented, which is a workshop we are doing to prepare for the hackathon, the bolt.new hackathon. So it's basically this one here, and it revolves around another announcement that I posted. It's a $1 million in prizes hackathon for Vibe coders. So technically hackathons are for developers, but this one isn't. With natural language, you can type whatever you want, you can turn it into an app, and you can participate. It's free participation. Even if you don't win, you get a lot of resources. You get $100 worth of credits to work with. And yeah, you still have 1 month at time because it starts May 30th. And Simon had a brilliant idea of preparing a workshop for it. So helping us learn how to use Replit, Bolt, Lovable, how to do like full web app, mobile app, databases, integrating like everything into some technical stuff. And here's kind of a roadmap that we're going to work on. And that's, of course, within the Discord community. So that's what you can expect. As always, as I always say, if you join the Discord. And if you want to join the Discord, I have to kind of manually select you. So just leave a comment. Send me your X, because you have to be building something. Building in public, preferably. And using AI. Those are the 3 main requisites. And then we'll see. On a personal level, I made the AI automation roadmap that you have seen in my physical whiteboard. So I'll be just following that. And I launched the Builder of the Day initiative on Discord, which is the other announcement that I made. It's a way for you guys to be rewarded by helping the community. So it's just, you're being rewarded with Builder Score right now, which if you're not in the community, it's a leaderboard of how much active and helping and valuable the builders are. Every member is. So I can see Simon, 2nd place, Mo, 5th place, 3rd place. Mo is the guy that, both of them actually, I replied to their comments on YouTube in this video, and so on. So you gain this score by replying to, adding your bricks. This gives you extra points by being more active in like updating your brick, which is the log of your progress, how much progress you're doing for whatever you're building. And also by just chatting, replying, being active, all that stuff. So for now, what you win is just a builder score, but hopefully it's going to be money soon. Because if I had like $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue, I would for sure put $1,000 in the server, like literally giving you guys money to play with. But I don't, so we'll get there. We'll get there. And the thing is that builder score will be used for a lot of things, so make sure to stack it, as I said here. And how the whole thing works is basically you come in here and you vote on today's nominees. So 3 people today based on what they did, so a summary of the thing they did, so you can make like your choice. In this case I chose Simon for today, but also Majestic Gupta has a vote. It's going to be ending in 2 hours. And the win will be announced in the announcement channel every day. And get 25 builder score per vote. So let's say someone wins with 2 votes here, he gets 50. So vote score goes to the winner. That being said, that's the last piece of upgrade for today in terms of progress. Then there's the networking part, which is just me typing who I connected with on X. So if I talk with you on X in DMs, or if you join the Vibe Builders, you're going to be in here. And journaling is the last part I do. But strategy-wise, tomorrow I'll be having lunch out with my girlfriend and friends. So I won't be able to work for, let's say, something like 3-4 hours. But it's perfectly fine. The rest of the day, it will be deep focus. Right now, it's almost 1 a.m. Still have like an hour or so of work, usually. So that's that's pretty much it with strategy. I'll just keep doing a few things. Organizing the hackathon, like the 30-day hackathon preparation, and also it will be a content series, so stay tuned for that. And I will work on a kind of plan of action for the meeting that we didn't do today with Keith. As I said, we moved it to Monday, so I got like 24 hours to prepare it, to look at the open source project that we're going to build on top of, brainstorm on what to include, what to leave for later, main features, activation of like the gamification system, all that stuff. I'll kind of brainstorm on it so that we have something a bit more practical and immediate to talk about in the meeting. So that will be the main goal for tomorrow, as well as maybe building the first automation that I will need. For example, with this new Builder of the Day initiative, I had another idea of taking this process and automating it. So doing snapshots at certain intervals in the main channels with the most activity, and tracking like how many messages has been sent by every member, all that kind of stuff. So that gives me kind of a signal to know what the main progress has been. And then also when the winner ends, which in this case it's in 2 hours, I'll be asleep already, it automatically creates the announcement, probably. So this is just brainstorming, and this goes into my fabric with the priority. So I go by text, I look for priority, and I can see high priority. I got like a few things in high priority, but the urgent has, of course, higher priority. So I'll start from that, as you already know. And that's pretty much it for the strategy. If you guys want to see the journaling, so have a sneak peek into my emotional state, how I feel based on how things change and all of that, you can get these daily recaps on X, as well as, of course, reading them before the video is posted, almost 24 hours before the video is posted. So that's pretty much it. As always, see you guys tomorrow in day 27, and let's keep building.